Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with another video, another movie review in fact. Today's our next marathon, at least getting into the reviews from our next marathon, which was the Scary Movies franchise. Today we're starting with Scary Movie. Yep, that's exactly what they're called. Scary Movies. They're just called Scary Movie. So, yay. This first one was released back in 2000. Stars. Oh fuck, what's her name? Ooh. Amy Ferris, I think her name is Amy Ferris. Stars Amy Ferris along with some other actors that I didn't know the names of. It was also before Amy Ferris was as famous as she is now. This was before. This was before whatever the show she's on with, where she's like with the other lady. I don't know. Anyway, this was the winner of our last movie marathon poll. So hope you guys enjoy these reviews. We can start this one today though. Again, Scary Movie 2000. I got a lot of thoughts on this movie. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? I gotta say first off that I didn't know really what to expect going in. I'd seen some scenes from some of the movies, and I knew that they weren't going to be like good, right? Anything that's just titled Scary Movie, you know, is not going to be like great. But it's not. It's far worse than I could even have thought. I knew this was coming in as a comedy, right? A comedy with some like horror aspects, and what it basically is, it's like a parody of scary movies, right? A parody of more mainline horror movies. This first one is like a Scream parody. So it's like a Scream style film, you know, everything like that, but none of the Scream actors, but it's like you have the Scream mask killer and shit. It's not really that scary because they take a very satirical parody type look onto it. And there's just so many like pop culture references, cameos even. And like this is 2000, so they did a what up, you know that. Which I thought that was funny. And there was a few other ones that I thought were pretty funny too. And there's like parodies of ratings of movies, like PG-13, rated R, you know, that kind of thing. There's a lot of that. That's in the movie. But like not any crazy kills or other horror movie stuff. Honestly, my favorite kill, and this might be my favorite kill of the entire franchise, honestly, was the garage door kill in this one, where the girl gets killed in the garage door, and she's like, you know, supposed to be the fat girl, and she's breaking the door, you know, unless she's not really that fat. The grand, especially looking now, look at me, but I thought the effects on that one were really cool, and that's why I think it was the best. A lot of the other ones were, you know, very, again, these whole movies are just big giant parodies of stuff. They're parodies, they're satirical, they're humorous, they are, you know, pop culture stuff. So you can't expect a whole lot of effort to be put into actual kills. I thought this one was pretty good. And it's the only one of the few kills in this movie that ends just staying as a kill, which you'll see is not something that's very consistent. There was also some Motorola Samsung product placement, which I thought was quite interesting. It was 2000. It was surprising there's no Kodak. Kodak's gone, but they weren't gone in 2000. I was expecting to see something from them, and there was nothing. Also, there's like a lot of nudity or like semi-nudity, softcore stuff in this movie, in all the movies even, but there's no actual boobs, but there is like straight up just dick, and a lot of it, and yeah, it's a little uncomfortable. I mean, it's uncomfortable both ways, but if you were going so hard to keep the rating, why was there dick but no boobs? Did Hollywood have a preference back then of which one they wanted to see on screen? Seems like they've had their choice. It was a A little weird. Also, there's some really right. That movie theater scene is really, really racist. Um, from the fried chicken to like everything that these like the whole scene with beating her up, and a few other things. Oh my god, it is very fucking racist. I did not expect them to be like that racist, and I was like, ooh, man, okay, we're pushing those limits today. Um. Also, did the grandma really have to die? Did she? Like, she didn't do anything. It was definitely not as aggressive a kill as really most of the kills in this movie. Did she really have to die? I didn't think so. Also, then the movie gets really weird near the end. There's the sex scene when Amy Ferris is drunk and she has, does the deed with her boyfriend, and it is really bizarre. Really bizarre. Um, but as you thought that was the worst of it, how about at the very end of the movie when they finally confront the killer, and then suddenly everybody gets superpowers and just starts like flying and levitating and doing like shooting stuff and like throwing stuff around with like telekinesis powers and shit. It gets like really really weird at the end because there's like no hints at all of like any like superpowers or magical stuff or anything like it's a straight like Scream parody with a lot of comedy thrown in too. And then you just get all of this at the end, and they throw it in like literally right at the end. There's like 10 minutes left in the movie when they get to this stuff, and it's just like, all right, I can see where you blew your wad on the budget for effects, I guess. And even then, it wasn't really that good. But this movie really wasn't good at all, so there's that. That's my review of Scary Movie. Yeah, this is not a good movie. A lot of the jokes, there are some funny moments, and there are some moments where like really wow, okay, and I mean, it's not it's a very dumb movie, which it's supposed to be. It's not. I mean, when it's called Scary Movie. What do you really expect? Okay, but I would have to give this movie a good 4, maybe even 3.5. It's not a good movie. It really is not. It's going to be at least an honorable mention on my top 10 worst movies list. If not, maybe crack the list. Still haven't figured that out. I gotta see where the rest of these movies are going to land too. But if you're looking for just like I would recommend maybe watching this a little bit intoxicated, if you so choose. And you will probably enjoy it a little bit better than I did. And you might, if you like dumb humor, this is a good movie for you. Basically, what I'm gonna say. If you're looking for an actual good horror movie, go watch the main versions of the movies that these movies parody. You'll most of the time at least have a better experience. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this review. If you've ever seen Scary Movie, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's gonna do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for other much more amazing content, including more movie reviews and other awesome stuff. Until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.